Hey everyone, it's Mindy from Tony's Picks. Hey, I'm excited to bring you some Major League Baseball action here today. So we have a little bit of a format change here with the show. I'll be going on basically like the night before. So we make sure that we get all of these plays out to you in a timely fashion because we know a lot of these plays are time sensitive, especially this first one I'm going to be giving you here today. Also, it's taken me a little bit longer because you know me, I like to collect the data. I like to get the stats. I like for these pitchers to have about 3 starts so I can get a pretty good feel for how they're going. It also gives me a pretty decent, I think, grasp on how things are going hitting wise as well. Because you know how it is, right? These pitchers have a couple of good first outings, but then their next 2, 3, or 4 aren't so great. So those ERAs and those numbers can get skewed a little bit. So I like to give you fresh data here every day. So that's what we're going to be doing. All right, let's go ahead and take a look and see what is up over at tonyspicks.com, where you can find the best of the best cappers around. You know them. Here they are. Let's bring them up here to the stage. You can see over the last 24 hours, some really hot cappers going to get done. You can see there is Sean getting it done, plus 500. Ramon, Dave, Scott, Jerry, just totally crushing it here today. Over the last 7 days, you got Nick and Joseph, Bo, Scott, and Ben. A lot of Major League Baseball right there, you guys. So if you're having any troubles at all in the major leagues, we can give you those hot cappers right there. And then you can see over the last 30 days, really hot. CJ, mostly doing Major League Baseball here right now. Jerry's the same way, Major League Baseball. Joseph has a little bit of a combination there. Ben, mostly baseball. And then, of course, Nick getting it done all around in the NBA and NHL there for you. Just remember, just find your favorite capper. Go ahead and pick up their pick packages. All of their pick packages are profit guaranteed, meaning if they don't turn a profit, you get credits back to your account. Also, you guys, make sure you use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save you 20%. That is exclusive here to you guys that watch all of these videos. We greatly appreciate that. We love all of the sales, all of the views. Make sure, again, you guys like and subscribe. Click on the bell to get the latest notifications there also. I also love it if you give us some comments. I like to read those and see what you guys are up to, what you guys are on. All right. So like I said, we're going to give you some first fives, right? So far, the modeling has been pretty good. Been collecting about a week's worth of data since about the 14th, so a little bit more than a week. And we're doing well on some totals. So my, I guess, overall view of how this show will go is I'm going to give you my very best in the day on the money line, the run line, and the total in the first 5. And then you can go ahead and take a look at those to see if that's something that you like with those bullpens. But we know they have been rather sketchy this year so far. All right, here we go. We're going to start off with the Diamondbacks and the Cardinals. Now this one starts early, 12:15 in the PM my time. I'm in the Central Time Zone, so 1:15 for you folks out on the East. We're looking at Jordan Montgomery. So far, he shows a 1.50 ERA, 3 Ks versus the Cardinals. Kyle Gibson, 5.04 ERA, 14 Ks here on the season. So how I do this is I go ahead and take a look at recency. I try to find the streaks. As a player, I always knew, like for me, home and road doesn't mean so much, right? I felt like I could hit the ball just as well on the road as I could at home. I kind of feel like ballparks in the major leagues, they kind of go into the equation, right? So I do put that. I do an offensive impact, right? So I want to take a look at what teams have done recently. I want to catch those streaks, right? So I want to see what they've been doing over the last 3: batting average, slugging, and also runs scored over the first 5. So it's that offensive impact, how they are doing compared to the league and to their opponent. I'm also solely looking at starting pitching here too, and I'm extrapolating that with the ERAs over 9 innings, putting that to a factor of 5, right? So we got the first 5 plus the offensive impact, and that should give us some winners, all right? So that's what we're doing here. Basically, if you take a look at Jordan Montgomery, where he is over the last 3 rolling, it's basically a 0 ERA, right? And Gibson, if you take a look at him, his ERA is just skyrocketed over the last 3. So he's looking at 9.04 compared to that 5.04 overall. And that's what I'm talking about. I try to catch the streaks, right? I want to know when teams are hot. A hot team at the bats versus a not so hot team at on the mound. So that's kind of how this is going to work moving forward. All right. Those of you that watch me kind of know how I work, but if this is your first time, I kind of wanted to give you a good feel for how this is going to go, right? So basically, if I take a look at that offensive impact, put all of those factors together, I'm looking at a big victory here by the Diamondbacks over the first 5. I have them right now modeled at 5, with the Cardinals putting up 0. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Diamondbacks here on the money line, sitting at minus 120 here in this game. So if I think they're off to a 5-0 start, might be something to look at here full game. But again, all of this modeling is strictly first 5. What you do with it after that, that is totally up to you. All right. Next one I'm going to go to is, I'm going to go to see KC, right? I'm going to take a look at this Blue Jays versus Royals game. This one here has Mr. Rodriguez on the mound, 2.35 ERA, 13 Ks so far this season, versus my man Alec Marsh, 2.22 ERA, 16 Ks. And what we're going to look at here is, again, that kind of recency bias, right? How good or bad these pitchers have been, because this is what we're basing off all of that information, how many innings they normally go, that sort of thing. So if I look at Yariel Rodriguez, his last 3 starts have been a .000 ERA. So he has been doing much better than that 2.35 overall ERA. And then also, Alec Marsh, he is actually lower than his normal ERA, also 2.2 runs over the last 3 games. So we're looking at a 2-0 victory here by the Blue Jays. Once we put in that offensive impact, how these folks have been playing recently, right? So that puts us at a total of 2 runs. The starting total on this, I'm looking at just opening lines, is 5. I did see something out there like 5.5, but I'm going to go under this total. It's sitting at minus 160, but I don't think we're in any sort of jeopardy of getting close to that 5 here so far. All right. And then our last one here is going to be the White Sox versus the Twins. This one here is Garrett Crochet versus Joe Ryan. Crochet, we know that he was off to the hot start, right? Everyone says, hey, is this going to be the ace that we're looking for now that Dylan Cease has moved on? We know that he started out great, but look, over his last 3, where's he been? Where's he been? His overall ERA, 5.51. 34 Ks. That's a bunch, right? But look at his ERA over his last 3, 9.95. That's a bunch, you guys. That's a bunch. And Joe Ryan, 3.57 ERA with 30 Ks. He's been doing a little bit worse also. So it's not like he's out there just, lining up Ks. He's been at 4.15 ERA. But the scores are looking like this is going to favor the Twins, right? The Twins are scoring 2 more runs offensively than this White Sox team. 70 basis points better in batting average. I have this one modeled out as a Twins victory in the first 5, 0.66 runs better in that first 5. So I'm going to take the Twins because right now I think they're sitting at minus 200 on the money line. I'm going to take them at minus the half a run, and that's sitting at minus 110. So our plays today are going to be the Diamondbacks on the money line. We're going to take the Royals Blue Jays game under 5. And of course, we're going to take the Twins minus that half a run at minus 110. All right, there you go. 3 plays in Major League Baseball. I'll be having more things out soon. I know everyone hates it because I'm always off to a slow start, but we'll catch up quick. I'll tell you that for sure. But what we got here too, you guys, just so you know, is that Powered by Tony's Picks is the OG Sports Network, where I go ahead and interview some more of our cappers every day. And they also put out some additional content with videos. So if you wouldn't mind going ahead and taking a look at the OG Sports Network site. here it is. If you guys could go ahead and like and subscribe to the OG Sports Network. Again, you can see there your favorite cappers. There they are, Mark, Ron, Bo. They're putting up videos for us. You can see my Tony T style breakdown of the NBA and NHL. We have some hot capper updates, but I think it's some content that you guys will enjoy. All right, you guys. Hey, that's all I got for you today. I, of course, will be back tomorrow, and you can go ahead and catch me there. All right, good luck. If you need any trouble, or if you're having trouble, you need some help, get to Tony'sPicks.com. All right, take care, you guys. Bye-bye.